But basically, I'm looking for $2 million of private capital for 1 year that would facilitate 24 rentals.
Sounds like, your main thing is tenant first, and the thing that's slowing you down most there is that you need private capital. Is that be correct?
Yeah.
What's holding you back from getting private capital right now?
I mean, you want to get really deep and down into it, Cam. It's probably confidence, which is just obviously showing itself in every little aspect. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's totally. What's really holding me back is I'm not out there. I'm not marketing myself in a meaningful enough way. I'm not having the conversations in a meaningful enough way. I'm not communicating it well enough, or having I don't even have necessarily like a pitch deck that's completed.
When you say, and maybe you want to put words in your mouth, but I think I heard you say, like in terms of getting in front of new investors. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
It's a psychological confidence. It's like a personal confidence that would spill over into all of that.
Something I do called anchoring. It's where you take the time and you write down all of your wins, right? So your wins are, quit your day job to do full-time real estate investing. You got that apartment block, with you're closing another apartment block now. You've done your first rent-to-own deal took a problem flip that was on track to lose money, and you turned it around. You applied a different strategy to it, rent-to-own, and you made money from it. And then the next one, you basically did a sandwich lease where you got the investor to pay for the renos. I mean, they're all incredible things that you've done. And so what anchoring does is it helps you to focus on all the good things you've accomplished. And it's like tightening your core. When you're about to lift something, you tighten your core so that you can lift this properly. It's a mental core anchoring, where it's like you got to set up a meeting with an investor, even if it's someone just saying, hey, I'm putting together my pitch deck on this deal where people are getting 15%, and I just need to practice it. And can I meet you at Starbucks? Okay, 10 a.m. Friday morning. 9:50, you're sitting in the parking lot, and you anchor yourself by going through all these things you've done. So you fill your mind with that stuff instead of, what's this guy going to say? What if he thinks it's a joke? What if, this and that? And so you get rid of all those negative self-limiting thoughts, and you go in that meeting not cocky. You're going in there going, look, I've got a lot of good experience. I've made a lot of money. I help people get into homeownership. I've solved other people's problems, helped them make money. I've had investors make them money. You're going into this meeting with that core tight and ready to go, that you're sitting on your edge of the seat and you're walking through this pitch deck, and this guy might say no, but who cares? How many of these guys you're going to need to sit down with to close your first deal? Is it 5? Is it 2? It doesn't really matter. It's just the exercise, the discipline of doing those reps. And then all of a sudden, boom, someone's going to bite and they're going to invest with you. But what's going to happen in that process, of all those people that say, I'm not sure, or they're going to say no, you're going to get information, because you're meeting with your mentor tomorrow going, well, what are people looking for? Well, really, you need to be meeting with the type of investor that you want to meet with and hear what they're looking for. It's really about just putting in those reps and meeting with people and anchoring yourself before those meetings. I've got a couple key anchors that are really old, actually, but they're powerful. Like one of my anchoring points is when I go to meet with an investor or even a tenant buyer or somebody, it's like I put together this deal where I found these tenant buyers on a house first deal, and they didn't like the house, but they liked me and they liked the program. I liked them. They had good income. They had 10K to put down. Long story short, I sent them out with my realtor. We found a house. I negotiated a great deal on that house. We made 17K in the buy, yada, yada. That was an incredible deal. That was in my first year, shortly after I quit my day job. And I put together this deal that so many people go, how on earth did you ever put that deal together? I just put one step in front of the other. And I kept going until it was either a flat out no or it was a closed deal. I just kept on going. So that's an anchoring memory that comes up very quickly for me when I'm going into a meeting and I feel a little bit doubtful or whatever. Real estate deal, since I've met you, it's because of you taking action. What more evidence do you need to go into these meetings with confidence, right? Because you've done it, you can do it again. And it's just about anchoring yourself. Anchor yourself, and you don't feel like making the phone calls, right? It's the same with training for any event you want to do. Sure, there's days he does not want to go in his cold plunge. He does not want to lift the weights. He does not want to get out of bed early, but he does it. Results are self-evident with his physique. And I'm sure he's got bad days and stuff, but he keeps going forward. And it's the same for you and me. We got to keep going forward each day. And when we don't want to do something, that's when we got to do it. I just watched a video of a guy got in a car accident. He broke his hip his femur. And his doctors said, you will never run again. And he's run he's run the last 8 years with the New York Marathon. He just beat a 3-hour time. And the title of his video that came out this last week was Do Hard Things.
I guess I'm telling myself, I don't know the process. I don't know the prospecting. I don't know the funnel well enough. I'm looking for money now. Do I just call up these guys that I know and say, hey, I'm looking for money? Is that a little bit abrupt? Is that going to turn them off? Starting is the difficult part. Mm-hmm. What do I say when I'm just calling, see if they're interested in an opportunity? How many times do I do that?
How will you find that out?
By trying.
Mm-hmm.
By trying. By trying. By trying.